I bought a wheatgrass kit. Comes with the 400 grams of seeds and 3 trays. This trays is you can put soil, or it doesn't need soil for planting the wheatgrass. Also comes with a spray, and altogether it costs £1.20. So after growing the wheatgrass, I will need to squeeze them out, and I bought a machine which costs around £20, and the machine is manual, so it's not motor powered. You just squeeze it out, and I'll show you after the wheatgrass has grown. Pour the wheatgrass seeds into the bowl, which I fill with water. How much can you do? Maybe 3 trays, okay? For the wheatgrass seeds, after I've immersed it for 24 hours in the water, hiding from any sunlight, and I sort of rinse it and keeping it in sort of soaking in a very shallow water. It will sprout within 2 days, but meanwhile I have to keep it wet and moist. So I'm covering it with a clear cover so that I can see it, or you could cover it with a moist cloth. And you should actually rinse it every day, at least twice, and keep it moist. So once it's sprouted, I'll transfer it to another container, distributing them into a shallow layer of seeds on probably 3 trays, and we shall see that soon. So this is the 3rd day of the wheatgrass seeds being sort of moist in with water, and as you can see, they are beginning to sprout. So little root hairs coming out, and I think I might leave them a little bit here for a little longer, maybe half a day or until this evening. And I'm going to transplant them to these containers which came together with the grass seeds, and they just contain this hydroponic. I'm just putting A4 papers on it and spraying with the bottle spray onto this the paper on the tray, 3 of them, and I will transplant the seeds over later. So once I've transplanted them there, I have to make sure that they are always moist throughout the day. After the transplant, we have to wait for yet a few days before we take them out to natural light, which is the sunlight, and that will start producing the chlorophyll, which makes the grass and the leaf green. Okay, and the green part of the wheatgrass is where the nutrients are, and it's really nutritious, and it's got a lot of minerals, vitamins, and I'm going to show you a chart later to see what they contains. Lots of elements, in the chlorophyll part of the wheatgrass. And the wheatgrass seeds is really coming up. Look at all the root hairs. It's trying to establish itself into any compost or soil, but it's not finding any, so I'm going to start transplanting them to the trays. Here we are, the wheatgrass seeds and the sprouts, happy in the trays. This tray seems that the growth isn't as good as this one. I think that's because this set of seeds, they are under these 2 trays in the original bowl, so that's why. But I'm giving them a spray around. Okay, just to make sure that they get enough moisture to continue their growth. These are wheatgrass seeds.
What's this?
So this is the 6th day, and this is my 3 trays of wheatgrass. I've been leaving them outside on the balcony so they get full sunlight, and you can see that the grass has become very, very green because the chlorophyll is working, and it's working to get nutrients from the sun, to convert sun rays into nutrients, and usually that's a shower. At this stage I will shower, sort of flush it. Okay, and it doesn't need a lot of water. Okay, and then there are actually little holes down there, so the roots are sitting on a piece of A4 paper, and this sort of trays aren't the best, but anyways, I got them really cheap. Just pouring the water, just rinsing it so that all the mold and fungus gets washed away. Okay, third tray. Okay, so after it's been a little bit dry, I will move that out to the balcony again. But whilst I'm planting this, I also have a new set. This is a damp cloth, and I've been immersing these seeds in the water for 24 hours, and also pouring the water away on the second day, and then leaving it slightly moist, covering that so that it doesn't get very dry. So it's beginning to sprout, and for these seeds I've bought 3 trays. These are the better hydroponic trays because it's not flat at bottom and there's no holes, so that water doesn't flow out. And once the seeds have a certain length of root hairs coming out, I will transport them here, and they won't go through because the root hairs will prevent the seeds from going through the holes. This is much better, and I'll transport them. The reason I continue from these 3 trays to here is that so they have a constant supply of wheatgrass. This is the growth of the wheatgrass on the tray. After 1 week, I think, and you can see that the root hairs will not stop at anything, just grow everywhere, including the little openings. It grows out of that, and every morning I rinse them. Okay, over here I've got the new set of wheatgrass, and you can see that it's sprouting, and this is not the time yet for putting out in the sunlight. I'm going to let it grow till maybe it's that high, okay, before I put it out onto the balcony. One of the good things about this tray is that it allows the roots to grow out and water to be on the tray. So if you're buying a tray, buy this type. Right, so this at the moment needs a little bit more water, so I'm spraying it 3 times a day. For these established ones, I rinse them with water, pour the water away, leave some on the bottom of the tray, and spray it again in the evening. The wheatgrass has been growing very well. Look, it's a good 2.5 inch perhaps, so it is ready for harvest and juicing. And these other 3 trays of wheatgrass seems to grow much faster than what we have here. I don't know, maybe because of the tray itself, this one doesn't have a, it's just sort of a flat tray, but this one has a separation, so the roots grow into the water. So maybe just like water, or you know, I don't know, that makes it grow much faster. Or it could be the seeds itself. There are two different seed packs bought at two different times, but that one seems to grow really quickly, and this one at another pace. So this is the day for juicing the wheatgrass. It has grown very well. It's not fully grown yet, but because we can't wait, so
Yeah,
we're going
this
to.
kind of wheatgrass.
That's right. We're going to juice it, and this is a juicer bought from Taobao, and it costs around £25. It's very sturdy. It's very strongly built, and you've got a latch that you can tighten it, and there is a suction underneath. Okay, which when you put this on and turn it, okay, I'm gonna have let you hold on to this. Okay, don't shake the camera, just hold on there. Right, is that okay? Okay, you're gonna have to film everything. Okay, so I'm just pressing this down and using this to lock it to the table so it's sturdy. The reason it's not very sturdy is because we're not putting it onto a sturdy surface. So there's another thing in the box. Hang on a minute, just film it there. And that is something which we can use to put it onto the table and make sure it's locked tight. Okay. Can we get this in? No, we can't. So we're gonna have to just manage that. But okay, so let's cut a little bit off the wheatgrass. Can you get off the chair for now? Okay, so what we do is, okay, we're gonna take sort of hold it by the blades and trim off really close to the root of the grass. Okay. That's okay. Thank you. And we're gonna make sure it's clean. And I'm gonna put the clump of grass on the table and trim more from the tray. Okay. Okay, at this point, just hang on. Right, we're going to have the blades on here in the little bowl. Okay, and trimming even more. And the last.
He is trimming it in the lines.
That's right.
Yeah, just trimming the lines, so just like under my. That is my sister, and I am my dad's daughter.
Okay, are we ready?
Yappidoos!
Okay, so I will put
Oh my goodness.
the first down here and see what comes off.
Okay, I'm going
this is to contain the pulp.
Okay, Papa.
Okay, can you film? Okay, film. Okay, don't shake too much. Hang on. Okay. So, this is it.
Oh my goodness.
Put this in. And
Papa.
see how it goes through. Alright? So, I'm gonna start rotating that. Okay, it's going down and it's being pushed in, and you can just feel the blade of grass becoming going through the tunnel. So I will put this through. Put this through. Okay, make sure your hand isn't going through there. Okay. So it's being grinded into pulp.
It's coming.
Is it coming out?
Yes, it's coming out.
Really?
Yes, here.
How come there's no juice yet?
Here, it's coming out. There. It's not very good. See one blob? 2 blobs, please.
Big blobs. I'm gonna put a little bit more.
The wheatgrass is very, very soft. Yeah, but it's very soft. And fabric. And me is my sister. My sister is just like something. It's not very fast. Faster.
Okay. So the juice is beginning to come out, and as you can see over here, the pulp is coming out. This is not, one of the best juicers available. The machine ones will make sure it's completely dry. But if you come over here, okay, and look at that. So the juice is coming out. So if I squeeze this, okay, and if you film over here, okay, see, if I tilt this, you can see that the juice comes out onto here. So I'm going to continue squeezing the wheatgrass. So around sort of a third of the tray, you get a pulp, and the pulp coming out from here, it's quite dry. Okay, it's quite very dry, and the juice is coming out. So I'd say that there are 2 shots for a third of the tray. Okay, and I said before probably that wheatgrass is full of vitamin C, A, as well as 19 amino acids and other nutrients. So it's very good for the body. Wheatgrass shot glass. So this is a bowl used for chili or soy sauce. But here is full of delicious nutrients. Let's taste it. First time, homegrown organic wheatgrass. Fresh, really fresh and sweet. Full of goodness. That's it. That's the rest of the tray, and that's the pulp, very dry. Okay, and the remaining juice. So I'd say maybe 3 shots. That's it. Now is a mess. What should you do with this? Well, feed it to the dogs, throw it out, make compost out of it. I don't care. But wheatgrass, put honey with it, tastes really good. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.